Conic sections. Introduction. In this module, you will learn about conic sections. When a straight line intersects a vertical line at a fixed point and rotates about the fixed point, the surface obtained is called double right circular cone. A double right circular cone consists of two cones joined at a fixed point called the vertex. The line that rotates about the vertex is called the generator, and the line that remains fixed is called the axis. A right circular cone has a circular base and its axis is always perpendicular line from the center of the base to the vertex. The perimeter of the base is called the directrix. The lateral surface of the right circular cone has two naps. The nap above the vertex is called the upper nap and the below vertex is called the lower nap. Also, the angle between the generator of the vertex is the vertex angle.
Conic section. If a plane intersects a double right circular cone, we get two-dimensional curves of different types. These curves are called conic sections. Depending on the angle made by the plane with a vertical axis of the cone, the plane can come to the cone in three different ways. Here is a figure of conic sections. Ellipse. When the plane intersects the double right circular cone in such a way that the angle between the plane and the axis is greater than the vertex angle, we get a closed curve called an ellipse. When the plane is perpendicular to the axis, the ellipse becomes circle. A circle is a special type of ellipse. Here you can see the figure of ellipse. Parabola. When the angle is made by the plane to the vertical axis is exactly equal to the vertex angle, we get an open curve called a parabola or intersecting surface of the cone. Here is an example of parabola. Hyperbola. The plane intersects only one nap of the double right circular cone. As the angle between the plane and the vertical axis is greater than or equal to the vertex angle. However, if the plane intersects the vertical axis at an angle smaller than the vertex angle, the plane intersects both the naps of a cone to form an open curve called a hyperbola, which have two distinct curves. Here is an figure of hyperbola.
Degenerate conics. If the plane intersects the double right circular cone at a vertex, the ellipse becomes point. Then the parabola becomes the line, and then the hyperbola becomes the two intersecting lines. The figure obtained are known as degenerate conics. Here you can see the given figure. In this module, you have learned when a plane intersects a double right circular cone, two-dimensional curves called as conic sections are formed. There are three types of conic sections known as ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola. When the double right circular cone is cut by the plane so that the angle between the axes is greater than the vertex angle, the ellipse is obtained. When the plane is perpendicular to the axis, the ellipse changes into a circle. If a double right circular cone is cut by a plane so that the angle between the plane and the axis is equal to the vertex angle, the parabola is formed. If a double right circular cone is cut by a plane so that the angle between the plane and the axis is less than the vertex angle, the hyperbola is formed. If a plane intersects the double right circular cone at its vertex, the figure obtained is known as degenerate conics.